Welcome to Star Watch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. On a cloudy morning at Beijing International Airport, a sea of reporters, fans, and flashing cameras gathered. But they weren't there for a red carpet. They were waiting for Wang Yibo, beloved actor, dancer, and global youth icon, who was returning home in a wheelchair after a devastating accident on set. And then, something unexpected happened. A man in black sprinted past the crowd. He didn't wave. He didn't pose. He ran straight to Wang Yibo. It was Xiao Zhan. And in that embrace, a million emotions unfolded. Wang Yibo's accident was more than just an unfortunate moment on set. It was a jarring reminder of the hidden sacrifices artists make behind the scenes. In the midst of filming a new documentary, a high-risk motorcycle stunt went tragically wrong. Yibo, known for his precision and athletic grace, miscalculated a landing and fell from over 6 feet. The sound of impact was so sharp, crew members reported they heard him cry out in pain before collapsing. The injury was immediate and severe. He couldn't stand. He couldn't speak. He was rushed to hospital, where doctors diagnosed him with complex fractures in his right leg, requiring immediate surgery and months of rehabilitation. But what deepens the tragedy is what came before. Quietly, for months, Yibo had been pushing through pain. Close collaborators revealed that he had already sustained a minor leg fracture during dance rehearsals the previous year, an injury he chose to hide to avoid disrupting projects. For Yibo, commitment to craft always came before comfort. This wasn't just a fall during a shoot. It was the body of a young performer finally reaching its limit after years of silent endurance. Those around him now reflect on the cost of ambition in an industry that rarely allows rest. And for the millions who idolize him, the incident was sobering. Behind the smiles, the stage lights, and the flawless performances, stood a young man carrying pain no one saw. His accident became more than a headline, it became a symbol of vulnerability, of the unseen toll behind perfection, and of the urgent need to protect the well-being of those we call stars. When news of Wang Yibo's accident broke, the public's concern was immediate, but behind the scenes, one person had already known something was wrong. Xiao Zhan, Yibo's longtime friend and co-star from the Untamed, had sensed the quiet fatigue behind Yibo's bright performances long before the injury ever occurred. In moments often unnoticed by the camera, Xiao Zhan had been watching, concerned, cautious, and quietly present. Witnesses recall how, days before the accident, Xiao Zhan gently warned Yibo not to push himself too hard, his voice calm but insistent. "You're still healing," he had said. But Yibo, ever the perfectionist, only smiled and pressed on. It wasn't the first time Xiao Zhan had seen him do so, and it wouldn't be the last. When the stunt went wrong and Yibo was rushed to the hospital, Xiao Zhan didn't wait for official updates. He cleared his entire schedule without fanfare, arriving at the hospital within hours. He didn't speak to press. He didn't post to social media. Instead, he waited quietly at Yibo's side, bringing comfort in the simplest but most powerful way, by being there. At the airport days later, when Yibo returned home in a wheelchair, cameras caught the moment Xiao Zhan broke through the crowd and ran toward him. Not as a celebrity, not as a co-star, but as a friend. He embraced him tightly, and in that embrace, something unspoken passed between them. A history of shared struggle, unspoken care, and unwavering loyalty. Their bond, once admired for its on-screen chemistry, has now revealed itself as something far deeper. A quiet, enduring friendship built not on words, but on presence. And sometimes, that's what healing truly needs. Someone who doesn't just understand your pain, but chooses to carry it with you. As the news of Wang Yibo's injury swept across the globe, it triggered a wave of responses that revealed not just concern, but also the fragile, often unseen structures supporting the entertainment industry. Fans from every corner of the world poured out messages of love and solidarity. Their voices unified across languages and borders. Social media became a space of collective empathy, where hashtags like hashtag pray for Wang Yibo and hashtag get well soon Yibo trended for days. But beneath the compassion, a deeper conversation began to take shape. Major brands that had partnered with Yibo, Chanel, Redmi, and several luxury fashion houses immediately suspended campaigns and offered public support. While some saw this as a mark of respect, others noted how quickly business considerations were recalibrated in light of a star's physical vulnerability. It was a reminder that even the brightest icons exist within a system where support often comes with strategic calculations. At the heart of it all stood a larger, more troubling truth. The culture of pushing beyond limits had once again taken its toll. Industry insiders and former colleagues began speaking out, revealing the quiet pressure placed on artists to perform dangerous stunts without proper safety precautions or professional stunt doubles. Behind the curtain of glamour lies a system that too often mistakes sacrifice for dedication and silence for strength. Wang Yibo's fall was not just a moment of personal pain. It was a spotlight on the system itself. And while the world responded with love, it also began to ask harder questions. Who protects the people behind the performances? And how many more must be hurt before the industry begins to truly value the lives that give it life? Wang Yibo's accident has become more than a headline. It has become a quiet but powerful reckoning. Beneath the outpouring of sympathy, a deeper conversation is taking root. One that questions not just what happened, but why it had to happen at all. Yibo, celebrated for his strength and relentless drive, is now seen in a new light. Not just as an artist, but as a human being who has quietly endured more than most knew. His injury forces us to reflect on how we define success and resilience, especially in high-pressure industries like entertainment. For years, performers like Yibo have been praised for their dedication, admired for pushing past pain and fatigue. But what happens when the cost of that dedication is too high? When a leg breaks, not just from one misstep, but from the weight of years spent dancing on the edge of expectation. This moment asks us to reconsider the silence we often mistake for strength. It challenges fans, brands, and the entertainment world to look beyond polished performances and acknowledge the quiet suffering that can lie beneath. True support isn't just applause when the lights are on. It's protection, rest, and respect when the stage goes dark. Yibo's story isn't just his own. It speaks for every artist who's smiled through pain, every performer who's feared that stopping, even for a moment, might mean disappearing. As he begins his recovery, we are left with a question that resonates far beyond his career. What kind of world do we create when we value performance over people? And perhaps now, with voices rising and eyes open, we can begin to write a different answer. Wang Yibo's journey from the hospital bed to what lies ahead is not just a story of physical recovery. It is a testament to resilience, reflection, and the quiet power of starting again. As he begins the long process of healing, supported by a global chorus of fans and friends, something deeper begins to take shape. This is not the end of a career, nor a pause in momentum. It is a rebirth, a chance to redefine what strength means not just for Yibo, but for everyone watching. The weeks to come will not be easy. Rehabilitation is a slow, often painful path. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks that test patience, and silence that feels unfamiliar after the constant noise of the spotlight. But there is also grace in stillness. There is clarity in stepping back. For an artist who has given so much of himself to every role, every stage, this moment offers space to rediscover what matters most. Not the demands of fame, but the truth of his own voice. Already, those closest to Yibo speak of renewed perspective. He is reading more, writing quietly, and spending time in nature, finding peace in the places he once had no time to visit. And when he returns, it may not be with the same speed, but it will be with greater depth. His artistry, shaped by experience and quiet courage, will hold a different kind of weight. In every fall, there is the seed of new strength. And in every fracture, the possibility of rebuilding something even stronger. For Wang Yibo, the road ahead may be long, but it is also filled with light. Not just for him, but for every artist now brave enough to choose healing over pressure and purpose over performance. Narrator, gentle, reflective tone. This isn't just a story about fame, pain, or drama. It's a story about humanity, about what it means to show up when it matters most. And maybe, just maybe, in that airport hug, we were reminded of something rare and beautiful, that strength is not always about standing tall. Sometimes it's about being there when someone else can't.